Club N17. What a mad, mad game. So I'm here with Alfie. How do we even do this? Do we do this like half by half, or do you have an opinion of the whole game? What do you think, mate?
It was a fast tempo game, end to end, but I just felt like they were more clinical. Like every chance they had, they scored, whereas we were a bit wasteful. We had more shots, but they were like needless shots where we could have worked it a bit more box.
Yeah, we did have a couple of shots out of desperation coming further towards the end of the game. I'd agree with that. But it's mad, isn't it, to think that the first half ended, what was it? It was 3-2, wasn't it? We got a goal
3-1,
right.
wasn't it?
No, 3-2.
Oh yeah, it's 3-2. Lamela
Yeah,
just
Lamela
scored.
got one right at the end, didn't he? So did you think that we deserve to be going in 3-2 down at half time?
No, two of their goals in that match. So their penalty, I don't think should have been a penalty. I didn't see the contact personally. And yeah, most of that half we dominated. We had all the ball, and they go up on the other end and score their first chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I the commentary that I had, because I was streaming the match, was talking about how bad the defending was.
Yeah.
Was that just a mad game with a very fast tempo, or was that, kind of a regular kind of Premier League pace game, but the defenders were poor on both sides?
No, I think it was just the magic of the cup. It was a fast tempo game, and yeah, like you wouldn't see that in the Premier League usually.
Yeah, I fully agree with that, man. There are some fast-paced games like that in the Premier League, but there's not too many games like that for sure. Did you have any kind of standout performers, either who was good, who was bad?
There was a couple for us. I thought Lamela had a good game. Very good game. But overall, I'd probably lean more to Lamela. I felt like he added something. Like every time he got the ball, he was looking forward. He was going forward, and yeah.
He picked up where he left off from the last game, didn't he? Like when he's in that number 10 role, he just adds a lot of energy and physicality, doesn't he? And I think it just sort of like lifts the players around him.
Yeah, but watch him get injured next week.
Yeah, or he'll get an injury during training, won't he? Now I've just read just the headline, so I haven't gone into all the details of it. Of a story saying that Gareth Bale was left out of the squad, sorry, because he wasn't happy at training on Tuesday, but it's got nothing to do with an injury.
Oh.
What's your initial thought to that, Alfie?
It's bad because he's a big player. We want him on our side. We want him a part of the squad. He's a big player. He's just a leader.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to follow him, look up to him. And when he's not on board, it's not good.
Well, he's definitely got an influence when he's on the pitch. I mean, I don't know whether his situation and Dele Alli's situation is maybe starting to affect some of the other players. I mean, it doesn't seem like that. It didn't seem like that within the first few minutes, the first half of the first half of this game, because we were at Everton, we were all over them, and then just like that, the tides turned.
Yeah, they were clinical. Like they kept scoring from the same spot, through in between Sanchez and Doherty, in between that spot and far post, and we didn't learn. It's like we almost knew every time they got the ball near there, we knew it was going there. it went there every single time, and they scored it every single time they were there.
Right. Yeah. What did you think of how Mourinho approached it? Like, what did you think when you saw the lineup?
Yeah, I was expecting that lineup, but I didn't think Kane would start. Because it's clear we rushed him from injury.
Well, you
Yeah, I was.
smarter than me. We didn't think he. I don't think we thought he was. Oh no, actually, yeah, we did think he was going to start. Actually, but yeah, so he dropped him and had Son in it, didn't he?
Yeah.
How do you think Son performs as the striker?
He's not involved, but he got 2 assists today.
Jesus, Alfie, I'm going to have to look back on that. Did he really? Oh no, that really nice cross for Kane. I remember that one. I'll have to have a think back. What was the other one? Who did he set up for the other one? Can you remember?
Was it Lamella? I think.
Oh mate,
He played the through ball to Lamella.
Oh yeah, but he might have done. I might have to have a look back on that. What did you make of the 2 players who seem to get a little flack at the moment, Bergwijn and Lucas Moura?
I thought Lucas played good. He was direct, running at people, doing his game, and winning us fouls. Bergwijn, he just can't score, can he?
No, he can't. He doesn't, and a lot of times he doesn't even look like he wants to score. It's like he's happy doing the defensive side. I mean, it keeps him in the team, so that's fine. But we bought him as an attacker, so he should be wanting to attack. I think he probably done 2 good things, went on 2 good runs or 2 good passes, and then just disappeared for the rest of the game until he got taken off.
Yeah.
That was my take on him. But
Yeah.
I think Lucas done pretty much similar to what he did last game. He was really good in the build-ups with his dribbling, weren't he?
Yeah. I like Lucas. Like, I don't see why people have an agenda against him. I know he can be annoying sometimes with his end product, but overall, when you've got him in the team, I think we look better.
We need you on this channel then, because everybody else, I don't know what Pops thinks, what your Pops thinks about it, but I'm not a fan. I just don't think he has any kind of threat. I think there's a lot of huff and puff, and he's got all. Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike him, and I want him to do well. And the frustrating part is that he's faster than Son. He's got great shooting ability with both feet. He's a better dribbler, but he doesn't get he just doesn't get the goals and assists when he's got everything in the locker to be getting those things. So you just wonder why not.
Yeah, I totally agree. But
we can argue about that as the season goes through. You can stick up for him, mate.
yeah, I agree with that. But say if we did play Bergwijn instead of him, there's not going to be a difference.
I'd say there's some, not like the last couple of games, but he went on a little run where people kind of understood where he was why he was in the team. I think he gave us balance, and that was about it. He still didn't give us threat, so I do partly agree with you. But if we've got to go up against a team where they're strong down the left, like for example Everton today, then he's in theory useful, you know.
Yeah.
Oh mate, I don't even know how to describe this game. I mean, we could have got to the quarterfinals. Do you think Mourinho done? What do you think of Mourinho's performance today?
I think he didn't really do any wrong. We were just unlucky, really. Like, he went more attacking, he was more positive, and we benefited mostly throughout the game, but we were leaky in defence.
Yeah. It was weird though, wasn't it? Because Sanchez had such a mixed game today.
Yeah. It's like, he's just not good, is he?
He's definitely not good. He's definitely not good. He got a couple of goals, and he he done a couple of things that were good, but he's done so many bad things that he doesn't really get that many brownie points from me, to be honest with you. But I'm happy for him that he got those goals. But I don't see it. Normally, I'd say hopefully that will give him confidence and he will go on to play better. But he's been with us for a while now, and we know what we've got with him, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then there was no Dyer today. He's not injured, is he?
No.
I think he must be saving him for the City game.
Yeah.
Is that what you would say, or do you think he's like a crisis of confidence because the last couple of games that Dyer's played, he hasn't been very well? How do you see it, Alfie?
So it's like Dyer is on a bad bit of form, and I see why he's been dropping him because he hasn't been good recently. But Everton Sanchez don't give me a lot of confidence, and he probably won't bring him into the City game because Sanchez did score 2 goals today. But I would be happy if he did come back in.
Yeah, same here. Or I guess because City aren't really playing with an orthodox striker at the moment. Oh, actually, I guess Jesus, I think he scored today as well, so maybe they'll put him back up top. So, but he's not a worry though, is he? I don't think Gabriel Jesus.
No.
I think either one of them, as bad as Sanchez is, I still think he'll be able to handle Jesus to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think I've pretty much wrapped up. Unless I've got any other questions for you, let me just. Yeah. What did you think when you saw Delhi start to warm up?
I always get excited when I see Delhi starting to warm up because I get a feeling, come on, this is the time where he's got to come back. He's got to prove a point to Mourinho, but he never does.
Do you think he did anything good today?
He didn't really have the ball. And when he did, he looked like he struggled to find passing options.
Yeah. I mean, he'd done a couple of flicks. I remember a nice back heel he'd done down the wing to Sissoko in extra time. What's Pop saying?
He just saw that then.
Oh, really? Oh, really? It's just come up.
Yeah. Fucking highlights.
Mate, those highlights must be so mad. But yeah, it'll be interesting because me and Dean are going to have a look over the highlights again, and we're going to have a chat again about it. It's just this is such a mad game to bring you into because there's so many talking points to go over, and it's quite late. So let me just tell you what I thought about Delhi and tell me what you think. Is that when I saw him warming up, I didn't think it was a game for him. I thought the game was too physical for him because I think Decore and Tom Davis, what a barnstorming game he had. He was the bollocks today. So I just didn't think it would have been the right game to bring him in. You could maybe start him in that game, but bringing him on a bit late, I just wasn't too sure how much of an impact he was going to have. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that is a good point because he doesn't really track back and I don't actually think we even got dominated in the park. I feel like we handled their 2 midfielders well. We didn't get battered. But yeah, I get where you come from.
Yeah. I mean, there was times where I was looking how Everton were playing and I couldn't quite figure out what they were doing, which is a good thing for them. Because there were a lot of players that were interchanging. I think even the commentary was saying, I can't figure out what Everton are doing. But they were, finding ways to play through us, and they looked really scary on the counter-attack. But do you think they looked scary on the counter-attack because our defence was bad or because they were genuinely threatening?
I think it's just our defence. We have not got one good defender.
Yeah.
When Reguilon, he's good, but he's not an out-and-out defender.
You prefer as a wing back?
No. It's we've got no protection. Reguilon's fine as a fullback. He's still end, but we want him more forward, and we've got no cover. 2 centre backs, either whoever it is, they're just not good enough, and that's why I was like really disappointed in the summer when we didn't go for Skriniar over 10 mil.
Yeah, that's Levy for you though, isn't it? I mean, I think like the best out of our centre backs is Toby, and for me, he's like a more than competent. That's as good as I see him. But we probably can't get too much more time out of him. This is probably like his last season where he's at the peak of his powers, and then the other centre backs, not that great. Not that great, including Roden, because he has made some mistakes. I know that's harsh because he's new, but I'm just calling what I see at the minute, man.
I'd like to see Tangango come back into the fold. I feel like he never gets a chance. Because when he did play, he was like, he didn't have a bad game.
He hasn't had a bad game for a while, but he's been getting put out onto the to right fullback, isn't he?
Yeah.
But even at right fullback, he's still super aggressive, isn't he? And it'll be good if we could have that in centre back.
Yeah. I always remember that Middlesbrough game when he played right back, literally just bombing up the wing. And that's when he was like mainly centre back.
Yeah. I mean, and he has played fullback for us since, but he hasn't shown that same sort of attacking impetus, has he? But he's a centre back playing at right back, so you can't expect. So I don't knock any points off of him for that at all. I think it's quality. But and I've asked you a couple of questions. Was there anything you just wanted to mention about the game, or?
The maddest thing is, I'm not even disappointed that we've been knocked out. Like, it was a good game. Like, say if we got knocked out 1-0, I'd be annoyed. But we actually fought for it, if you get what I mean.
Mate, you've hit the nail on the head. That's absolutely spot on. I don't feel disappointed. And it's not one of those bitter, oh, well, at least we can focus on the league or anything. We competed, we went toe to toe, and we lost. It's better than that dross we've been watching where we haven't been attacking. And then or we'll score one goal and then sit back and then just let the team come and beat us. So, I fully agree with you, Alfie. Fully agree with you. So that's an awesome awesome debut as well, mate. So you're going to stick with us, yeah? Do some more of these for us? Nice one. Well, then I am going to end this one and have a quick chat with Pops after that. So Club N17, everybody, mash the like and subscribe, and we will catch you soon, or go on to watch me chatting with Wacko. Peace.